Hi everyone, happy new year, happy 2024. I honestly hope you've all had the best Christmas, the best start to the new year. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you've had a nice break and you're feeling refreshed and ready to get on it for the new year. Basically, I have literally just sat in the exact same position and filmed a video already this morning. I've literally just clicked record, stopped recording, and then I've clicked record again. So if you watched my last video, it's going to look a bit familiar, this setup, but I really wanted to spend the first week of January with you and have a bit of a refresh, a restart, a reset, ready to go into 2024 together, feeling really ready for the new year. And I feel like it's a bit cliche, like starting a video this way, like new year, new us, let's get it, let's make vision boards, all that kind of thing. But I just feel like it's just a really nice chance to sort of like look back at the last year that we've just had and just look ahead. And I'm not one for like, you know, New Year's resolutions, personally, me anyway, because I feel like I just never stick to them, and I just feel like I'm setting myself up for failure, to be honest. But I just feel like it's like a really nice opportunity to just maybe set some little goals, think about what you want in the next year, and just kind of like make little starts to working towards that, if that makes sense. Say goodbye to the last year and just say hello to the new year. So yeah, happy new year. I'm so excited to spend a week with you. I just said in my last video, but I've really gotten into YouTube thanks to Vlogmas. I feel like I've really sort of like found my feet with it. Like I've got into a real routine of editing and filming, and because YouTube is so different to TikTok, which is obviously where I've started out on, I feel like it's just taking me a little while to get my head around like how to film, not how to film, but you know, like my style on here and getting my head around editing and all that thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to spend another week with you. We've got someone back with us now. Hello, sleepy girl. Hello. You having a nap? We'll have a bit of a catch up about obviously Christmas, what we got up to. I need to make myself a coffee. As I said, I've just filmed a video and I've not had my coffee yet, so I think we need to make a coffee and we can have, sorry, I'm just untwisting my little tripod thing, but we can have a good catch up about Christmas, what went down. I'm just going to make myself a coffee and then we can have a little chat. Right, kettle's on, so let's have a little catch up. So we got back a couple of days ago and we had the best time. We went down to my family's. We actually ended up spending like, you're gonna be able to hear the kettle now, sorry about that. But we actually ended up spending like a week down south with my mum and dad, which was so nice. It was so relaxed and it was so chilled out. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. We didn't really get up to that much. We had like, me and Sam had a nice day in Cambridge, and then we obviously went out for the odd meal and stuff with my family, but just having that time of not setting an alarm, so we were waking up at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, which I haven't done, I want to say for years. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I rarely don't set an alarm. Like even on the days like on a weekend and stuff when I'm having a lay-in, I'll always set an alarm. I don't know why. I just, the thought of like just leaving my body to sleep until it once scares me, because I love my sleep and I feel like I won't wake up until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But we had like a few days of just not setting an alarm, having a nice lay-in together. And yeah, we just had some, I really had some nice family time. I got to see like all of my family, which I very rarely get to do when we go down, just because it's like often a weekend visit, so it's always quite a bit rushed. Obviously my parents are separated, so it's like splitting my time between them two, and then I don't often get the chance to see like my grandparents and things like that. So it was just a really nice chunk of time down with my family, and I feel like I got to see everyone, which was really nice. So yeah, we've had a really nice Christmas. Sam's gone back to work today, which feels a bit sad. But yeah, I'm using today as like a reset day. We're going to get on it before I get properly back into the swing of work. We've got all of the Christmas stuff still up, as you can see in the background. I really don't want to take it down. Like it's actually making me upset the thought of taking it down, because I feel like the house is going to look so empty without it all. But I keep seeing everyone on TikTok doing like a deep clean, getting the decks down, getting the house fresh, all ready for the new year, going into it feeling just like organised and tidy and clean. So I've got the itch for it now, and I feel like I need to get it done today. So while Sam's at work, I think I'm just going to blitz it and get it done today. So obviously I'm bringing you guys along with me for that. I knew that was coming. Is the resident squirrel back on the fence? Yeah. Can you see it? Okay, you have to go steady though, because you'll slip. I have to open that door so slowly because she'll slip otherwise. Come on then. Every time the squirrel's on the fence, she has to mark her territory and tell the squirrel to leave her garden. Yeah, and then she always expects a treat after that as well. Did you just do a good job guarding us? Does that deserve a treat? But yeah, anyway, I'm so happy to be back. I'm so excited to be filming again for YouTube, and yeah, I want to spend the whole week together. I don't know what we're going to get up to. I think it's just going to be a week of like preparing for the new year, to be honest, because we've had such a long time down in Cambridge. I feel like we've not been at home in ages, so I feel like I just need to get on top of some jobs around the house and get back into our sort of routine and our rhythm. But yeah, I'm going to make myself a coffee first, and then we can start slowly working on unpacking the Christmas stuff away and a good deep clean of the house. Okay, so first thing I'm tackling is the tree. I usually do this. I usually have Sam helping me, to be honest. This is the first year that I've done it on my own, and I get quite overwhelmed with things like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with our special baubles. So we have like this box, and these are like the expensive ones that we've bought from like the garden centre and stuff over the years. So I'll usually fill this with like these ones, for example, like the special ones. So I'm going to go around, take those off first, put those in the box, and then like the filler baubles and like the cheaper baubles and stuff like that, they just go in like carrier bags and stuff in this big plastic box. Look at me. I am literally, Alexa, off. I am literally covered in snow. I'm surprised there's any snow left on that tree. I've honestly just had an absolute mare. I'm not even finished, but I need a minute because so this is the type of thing that Sam would do right now when taking the deck down. Obviously he's at work, but I'm trying to untangle all these lights on this tree to get them off, and it's proven really difficult. We didn't really like wrap them round properly, so they're all tangled. I've literally just yanked the top of the tree off and just pulled the lights off because I was getting really frustrated with it. This is the like little thing, the type of like little thing that'll really get me wound up. Like I'll get all hot and I'll get really frustrated with it. I'm literally covered in snow because I'm just like yanking it. I'm just getting fed up and just yanking it. So I need to just take a minute, take a deep breath, and then revisit that. And this cardigan is probably the worst thing I could have worn because all the artificial snow is like now like stuck in the knit. But have some coffee and just chill out a bit. Probably going to be here for about an hour trying to get these lights out. Once I've got the lights off though, I can then like dismantle the tree, put it in its box, put it away. And I feel like once the tree's away, that's like a huge chunk of the Christmas decorations away, and then I just need to do the tree in the kitchen. But that's okay because that one's pre-lit, so we won't have this faff. I think the next tree that we get, I think we're going to get a new tree next year, and I think that one is going to be pre-lit because this is just so much faff. And the one in the kitchen, it's made me realise how easy pre-lit trees are. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with this now and update you once I've finally dismantled this tree and got these lights off. This is the update. The tree is down. All the decks are back in the cupboard. What are you doing? Kitchen is de-Christmased. Everything's packed away now. There literally isn't anything Christmassy left out, but obviously everything's an absolute tip because there's like glitter, there's bits of snow. Are you okay? There's bits of snow all over the carpet as well, so I'm gonna go around now and have like a clean. I need to like rearrange bits in here as well. I need to put some things on here that I've put away in the utility room because it's looking so empty. I really want to get something for this corner. We're thinking about getting like a really long mirror to kind of add something to that space because I just feel like it's really empty. I'm going to move these lanterns so they're like here, so it just fills it a little bit. And I actually really want to get some really big, these look really silly in there because I really want to get like some huge pillar candles in here, artificial or real. But I think it would be really nice to have some lighting. So if you know anywhere that I could get some humongous pillar candles to fill these, please let me know in the comments, because I really want to do that, because I think they'll look quite nice in that space. They match this unit really nicely. They're from Next Home, by the way, for anyone who cares. But yeah, I'm just going to go around, have a tidy, clean, organise, and get the living room looking a bit more normal. It is a couple of hours later and the house is finally in a little bit more order. Everything's looking how it was, nice and fresh and clean and tidy. It's a bit weird though, because we put up autumn decorations in September, and a lot of them are like very similar to like our Christmas stuff. They're very Christmassy, they light up, they're cosy, they're like just, they give a Christmas vibe even though they're autumn decks. So I feel like we've had Christmas decorations up since, or we've had like seasonal decks up since September. So for it to now be January and they're all down, it's feeling very alien and very strange. But you can see in the background it's all very minimal. But I have just replaced the stuff that was on here. Obviously it was all Christmassy, lights off. And I've not had these bits out for months, literally September, as I've just said. So they're looking a bit weird on there, to be honest, but it's looking very like fresh and clean. And then I've just moved those little lanterns that were beside the tree in this corner, which I think has just filled it quite nicely. I just need to get some candles to go in there now. Everything's hoovered. I just need to tidy this sofa, but we've got a little napping lion on there. I need to obviously fold and pack away the washing, but all the tables clean and tidy, de-Christmased, Christmas trees down. It's looking so weird. I need to tidy the rest of the kitchen behind me. I'm not going to show you that. But yeah, all the Christmas decks are down now, so I'm feeling a lot better. That was like my, really high up there, that was like my main job of the day that I wanted to get done today. So I think I'm just going to do some worky bits now for the rest of the day. I'm going to edit the videos that I filmed this morning and get those up. I need to get some TikToks edited and stuff as well. It just feels really good to like be back in the swing of things. I've not posted on TikTok for a whole week, which is like the longest I go all year without posting. So it's been really nice to have a break, but I'm like more than ready to get back and get posting now and get creating again. So I filmed obviously my reset, my tidying, getting the Christmas decks down, so you probably would have seen that already, because this is going to be a weekly vlog, so we're talking the future now. But yeah, tomorrow we've got a food shop coming, and I think I'm going to give all the cupboards and the fridge a good clear out and a deep clean. We got I'll show you tomorrow. I'm getting ahead of myself, but my mum got me and Sam a new blender that we've wanted for ages for Christmas. So I've ordered some like fruit and stuff like that to try and get into a little bit of a health kick to start the year off. Just the typical thing, isn't it? Typical cliche New Year kind of thing. But I just want to up my fruit and veggies and my fresh foods. So the way I do that is smoothies. That's the way I like to do it. So yeah, we've got a new blender, new bits of the kitchen. So I want to like clear out the cupboards, check dates on stuff, that kind of thing. So that can be out tomorrow. And yeah, I feel better already. I feel like the deck's coming down has like just made me feel a lot fresher and a lot cleaner and less cluttered. So I will probably see you tomorrow and we can have a bit of a kitchen organise and sort out. Morning guys, it is now the next day and I've done that thing that I always do when I've left my memory card in my laptop. I've grabbed my camera and gone to film and it says no memory card, so not off to a great start this morning. But I've just pulled up to Waitrose. I've just dropped Sam at work and I wanted to come to Waitrose to get some bits for my new 2024 breakfast hype that I'm going to jump on and try and carry on for as long as physically possible. So I'm going to really try and get into it and keep myself interested in it, so it's not just like a fleeting New Year resolution that I'm going to bring in. I really want to try and up my fruit. So now we've got our big huge industrial cafe style blender. I'm gonna make the most of it and get all the ingredients that I need. I've sat and researched a few recipes that look really good to make some really nice smoothie bowls for breakfast. So yeah, I'm just going to head into Waitrose now and pick up a few bits that are on those recipes. I am back. The lighting's a bit dark in here, so sorry if it's not great quality, but I'm back on my camera. I'm back with my little healthy 2024 food shop. I was thinking in the car, like, you are honestly so predictable and so cliche, and I really don't want to come across as one of those people that's like, not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but I feel like you're just bombarded with it, like in January, start of a new year, like, let's start the gym, let's eat loads of fruit, let's be healthy, let's get fit, let's have all these New Year's resolutions. And I know how like sickly that can be and how overwhelming that can be and how like just in your face that can be. So I really hope that I'm not coming across as one of those people. I think it's really good to just go in to the new year with just a little bit of a refreshed mindset, and I just think it's like a great opportunity. Not that you need to wait for a new year, but I feel like it's just like one of those markers that you can just like start fresh, do you know what I mean? And to be totally honest with you, after the Christmas period and all of the crap basically that me and Sam stuff our face with all the way from pretty much the beginning of November, like, we've been eating a Christmas diet since we put our Christmas tree decorations up. Obviously not constantly, but there have been like endless picky teas, there have been endless boxes of chocolates and desserts and cheese and crisps, and not that there's anything wrong with that because we had the best time ever and I don't regret any of it, but my body just like at this point is like screaming out for some kind of like goodness. So that's the reason why I usually go into January with this kind of mindset. If you've still got leftover Christmas food, if you're not ready to, you don't want to think about it, this isn't for you, I completely get that. And usually, you know what I'm like I just eat what I want when I want, but I just feel like it's good to just start January on a bit of a fresher note because my body, I just feel really unhealthy, like I feel like a slug. I get so many headaches, I feel so tired, I feel lethargic, I feel so bloated and just groggy all the time. So this is just like my little kickstart to 2024, and I'm really hoping that I can keep it going. I'm going to show you my new Christmas present actually because I keep talking about it and I haven't showed you it. It is this massive Ninja blender. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's the 2-in-1 blender because you get this huge one that reminds me of like milkshake shops. Do you remember like Shakeaway when you'd go and you'd like pick your chocolate bar that you want in there and then they put like ice cream and milk and stuff in? It's kind of giving those vibes because it's so big. But it's got all of these settings on there, and then it also comes with like the smoothie cup as well, which is a bit smaller. But the reason I want to start making smoothie bowls is because I'm pretty sure this is like one of the blenders that I always see on Pinterest, you know, and it's from above and it like blends in 4 sections. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably think I'm mad, but yeah, I'm really excited to get into using this. It's just another gadget to add to our side. I've had to put the ice maker that my mum got me for Christmas, which I absolutely love and I've been using non-stop since she bought it, but the only thing is we've run out of room on the sides, so the ice maker is now in the utility room because we've got spare plugs and spare worktops in there, so that's where it's going. Anyway, I thought I'd show you what I picked up. I popped into Waitrose and I popped into B&M. We've got a Tesco food shop coming later on, but we did that when we were at my mum's, and to be totally honest with you, it was just so like last minute. I did it on my phone quickly because me and Sam were like, we've got no food in, like we've literally got nothing in, because we knew we were going down south. We like took all of the food that was going to go out of date and stuff to his mum and dad's house, so we literally had nothing in. So I was like, right, I'm just going to quickly get one done on my phone, and it's just really hard to navigate and do on your phone. So I just got the essentials because I knew I wanted to sit and research some recipes to make my smoothie bowls with, so I had a bit more time this morning to just have a wander around and pick those bits up. But I did pop into B&M, and another one of my, not going to call it New Year's resolutions, just a new like little mindset that I'm trying to adapt to, is buying less coffee when I'm out. And don't get me wrong, I'm still going to treat myself to the odd coffee when I'm out because I just love them. It's a nice little treat for me. I don't get out of the house very often. Like if I fancy a change of setting, I'll take my laptop and I'll go and sit in a coffee shop and I'll get a coffee, and you know, that's like a day out for me. It's a bit of a like change of atmosphere, and I feel like it kind of motivates me a bit more having that every so often. So I'm not going to stop buying them completely, but I did find myself in 2023 buying a lot of unnecessary coffee when I'm just out and about just for the sake of it, and we're not doing that this year. So I saw these in B&M. I don't know if they're single use or if you can keep using them, but I'm going to keep using them because there's only 10 in here and I'm not just going to throw them away, because it's quite thick plastic as well. It's not like what you'd get in Costa or something, it's like thicker than that. So they're like the dome lids where you can put the straws through the top, literally like you'd get at a coffee shop. £2 for 10, I thought that wasn't too bad, and I'm just going to keep them in my cupboard. And I also sometimes when I'm walking Lola fancy having my morning coffee, so I might make myself a coffee before I walk her and then I can carry it around with me. How cute. So yeah, we're buying less £6 coffees in 2024 and we're making more at home. Say for example, if I want to go out shopping and I haven't had my morning coffee yet, that's the kind of situation. Or I'm getting ready and I'm drinking my coffee and I haven't finished it, or do you know what I mean, and I want to take it out with me, because sometimes I just feel like I grab one for the sake of it, like I drive past one and I just stop in for no reason. So we're going to see how much money we can save, and I think it's better for you to make them at home because it's less syrups, and I say that, I put loads of syrup in my coffee, so I don't know about that, but I saw those, I just thought they were really handy, and it says they're new as well. I've not seen them in there before. And then the Waitrose shop is literally screaming January. I was walking around with my basket thinking, the people that work in here, if they saw what was in my basket, they're just going to think like she's obviously having some New Year's resolutions, because I've never done a food shop as healthy as this, to be totally honest with you. So I don't think we've ever had this much fruit in our whole weekly food shop. So doing this in a one-er was, it's giving health, but it's for the smoothies and I'm really excited to get started with it. So the fruit that I bought for my smoothie bowls was all frozen, because every recipe that I looked at said to use frozen fruit in a smoothie bowl. I don't know if it's because the consistency is thicker in a smoothie bowl, because if you don't know what a smoothie bowl is, it's basically a thicker smoothie, I think, and then you put toppings and stuff on it and you put it in a bowl and eat it with a spoon, kind of like a yogurt. It's okay, baby. So I got raspberries, strawberries, blueberries in the freezer, and then Sam is also joining the hype with me, but he likes proper green juices. I'm not up for that. That is not a bit of me. So some of this stuff is for him. So for his green juice, we've got a massive cucumber. Lola, it's okay. It's okay. We've got some kale. This stuff makes me want to get the smell of it. I think it smells like farts. It really makes me feel sick. We've also got some green apples. I might use some of the apples in mine. And then we've just got an orange. Lola. I'm going to let her out. And then for the toppings, I didn't really know what to have. I don't really eat like, this sounds so pathetic, but I don't really eat like bananas. I don't really eat much fruit, to be totally honest with you, just putting it out there. So slicing fruit up and putting it on top, it wasn't going to work for me. But a lot of the pictures that I saw, they use like nuts and seeds and granolas and things like that. And I was reading the back of all the boxes of the granolas that were on the shelf in Waitrose, and I know a lot of them are just full of sugar and they're not actually as great as they say on the box, but the ingredients in this one actually sounded really good. So it's the Bio and Me granola, super seedy and nutty. So I got some of that to sprinkle on the top of the smoothie bowl, and then I just picked some of these up. I really like these naked bars, and this is a new flavour. It's the cocoa hazelnut, and I usually get I think it's the Cocoa Delight, and I love them. Like, I really like them, and the ingredients in these are always so simple, and it's literally like fruit and nuts. That's all that's in these. That's what I picked up. I think I'm going to walk Lola, and then maybe we can try and make a smoothie bowl together. I know yesterday I said that I was going to try and tackle the cupboards in here. I don't know if I've got the mental capacity for that today after yesterday's fiasco with the Christmas decks, but we shall see. I'm going to pack all this away and I will catch up with you in a bit. Okay, I've just opened the fridge to pack away all the fruit and veg, and it stinks. It actually stinks. I don't know if it's from where we've had like so much camembert and like smelly cheeses, and I don't know, something smells in there. So I'm actually going to clean it. I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to clean the fridge. I don't think we've even got anything in there to throw away. We've just got some Baileys and some milk, it looks like. So I'm going to clean it before I pack everything away, because we've also got our big food shop coming later, so I feel like it just makes sense. Even though I really don't fancy doing this, I'm just going to get it done now. So I'm just going to wipe over the inside of the fridge with my trusty So Flora Winter Spice, it's hanging on for dear life. And I'll just get a clean, like, scrubby pad and just make it smell nice, because that is actually disgusting. The Tesco food shop has just arrived, so I've just laid it all out and I thought I'd show you what we get. I've kind of realised, I've seen like videos on TikTok saying like, are you ingredients people or like ready prepped people? And I've come to realise that I think we're ingredients people, because our food shop always just seems really boring to me. Like, I watch other people's food shops, they're just so much more exciting. So we have been trying to stick to like whole foods and cutting out, you know, like preservatives and ready meals and frozen food and just like cupboardy snacky bits. So it's not the most exciting food shop, to be totally honest with you, but we've been sticking to this for I'd say like 6 or more months now, and we are feeling so much better for it. We used to be so bad for like freezer meals, ready meals, and just unnecessary snacking. So we are quite good with that kind of thing, but it doesn't really make for an exciting food shop is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we've got some potatoes. We get 2 bags of potatoes because I am a potato queen. Sam likes pasta. I'm always potatoes. I'd have them every single night with my dinner as like a side, whether that's like chips, fried slices in the air fryer, mash. I literally just love any type of potato. So we've got 2 big bags of those. Got some blueberries. We've got 2 packs of chicken breasts because we have these in the evening and I also have them for my lunches in the air fryer. We've got some Coke Zero. We get that every week. I'd say that's probably the worst part of our food shop that we get every week. I know it's not the best for you, but I mean, we don't drink, we don't do a lot of things, so I think a little cheeky Coke Zero every now and then isn't going to kill us. We've got 2 packs of beef mince. We either have like meatballs, homemade burgers, spaghetti bolognese, that type of thing. Got a milk. I've had a few comments actually on TikTok, and I've had a couple on YouTube as well, because I know I was going through like a non-dairy phase trying to help with my acne. And I used to use oat milk and all different types of milks, but I have just gone back to whole cow's milk because it's the less processed, the most natural, you know, it's basically not messed with. It comes straight from the cow and that's how it is. And to be honest, my skin is the best it's ever been. I know obviously I've upped my skincare and all that kind of thing, but this has been the best for me. So we've gone back to basics. We've gone back to just whole cow's milk, and I just prefer the taste of it as well. And the oat milks that I was using, I love the taste of them, but they had so much oil in, like vegetable oil, seed oil, so this is definitely the best option for us anyway. Steak, we eat so much steak, we love a steak. So we've got 2 ribeye steaks. Sometimes we'll get 4, sometimes we'll get 2. We kind of alternate between an extra pack of beef mince or steaks. Loads of eggs. Sam has these for breakfast, and I like to have like a French toast, cinnamon French toast for breakfast, or like protein pancakes, that kind of thing. Ketchup. Sam literally is composed of like 85% ketchup, I'm sure, so he'll get through that in like honestly 3 weeks or something. It's insane. 2 loaves of sourdough. Again, love sourdough. I'm pretty sure it's the best bread that you can eat. We get all of this information on TikTok videos, so who knows how reliable it is, but I love the taste of sourdough. And it's something to do with the way that the bread is made that is meant to be better for your gut and stuff. It's got less preservatives and chemicals and that kind of thing. And it just tastes amazing. I love it in French toast as well. This is my favourite instant coffee of all time. We usually get a refill pouch of this because you can get just like the bags that you can top the jar up with, but they substituted it for the actual jar. But usually, yeah, you just get a refill pouch and it's less waste that way. These, not so whole food, not so healthy, but I just really like having them in the fridge as like a little savoury snack. All the snacks that I have are usually sweet, like my fruit bars, my naked bars, yogurt, that kind of thing. So I do like to have a little savoury snack in there, and they're quite high in protein, so a little bit of naughtiness in the shop. I usually get goose fat or duck fat for roast potatoes. I've kind of gotten into a habit of making a roast every Sunday. I never used to do that. We were never like a roast household every single week, but I've kind of gotten into the routine of doing that. I love making my Yorkshire puddings from scratch now and my roast potatoes and all that. So usually I'll use like goose or duck fat, but they've substituted it with beef dripping. I've never used that before, but it's kind of similar, I guess. Butter, again, I was using dairy-free Flora. Loved the taste of it, and obviously that was when I was on my dairy-free journey for my acne, but we're going back to basics again, going back to whole foods, food that's not messed with, and we just use old-fashioned proper butter. And honestly, I don't think it's as healthy the way that I eat it, because I literally need to see my teeth marks in my toast to have enough butter. But yeah, we're just using normal salted butter now. Passata, we get this every week for like our pasta sauces, bolognese, that kind of thing. We're a bit fussy, we don't like tinned tomatoes and things like that, so this is obviously just the smooth version. Garlic, we use garlic in absolutely everything. A pack of bananas, some Greek yoghurt, this is really nice, this Tesco Finest Greek yoghurt. And then obviously Sam has got his absolute favourite. Another favourite of his is cottage cheese. He literally, again, I've had comments on my TikTok quite a few times when I do my food shops of people asking how we eat this cottage cheese. I don't eat it. I don't touch this stuff. I don't like it. It freaks me out a bit, I'm not going to lie. But Sam will literally eat this, the whole tub of it, straight out the tub like a yoghurt, like with his lunch. So if he's having like chicken or something with his lunch, he'll have just a pot of cottage cheese as you would a yoghurt. And apparently it's got loads of protein in it, but I won't touch the stuff. But yeah, that is our first food shop for 2024 actually. So I'm just going to pack this away now. And the fridge is all nice and clean as well because I gave it a good clean earlier. So it's going to be nice and tidy and fully stocked. Okay, it's a couple of hours later. We've not yet tried out the new blender. I've not made a smoothie bowl today. I've just not fancied it. I've not really felt hungry. I don't know what's come over me. I feel like I'm so fooded out. I'm just not in the mood to eat anything, so I'm thinking we're going to try that tomorrow. We'll try out one of the smoothie bowl recipes tomorrow. I think we're going to sit actually, we'll have a smoothie bowl, we'll have a really nice productive morning, and we're going to make a vision board. I still haven't made my 2024 vision board. I've started collecting images on Pinterest and brainstorming, but I've not actually made it, so I thought we could sit and do that together. And if you've never made one before, or you want to do yours, you haven't done it yet, then maybe we can like get some, I was going to say inspo from each other. I don't get inspo from you guys unless you make videos, obviously. But yeah, we can just sit, have a vision board morning, eat some nice breakfast, make a smoothie bowl, try out the new Christmas present, have a nice little morning tomorrow. But what I am going to do and what I am going to tackle is this coffee cupboard, this drinks cupboard. Honestly, I did a kitchen clear out. I actually filmed it on YouTube. I think it was last year or it was in the summer. And this cupboard looked so aesthetic. I made like a nice coffee corner. It had all of my like pumps here at the front that are now tucked and hidden behind all of this junk. It's just become a hot mess. I've got like bits in there for like hot chocolates, packets, like it's just one big mess. I don't need to tell you, you can see that with your own eyes, the state of it. So we're gonna take everything out and I'm gonna take out what doesn't need to be there. I'm just gonna organise it, arrange it so that we've got a nice looking coffee cupboard again, because I miss opening that in the morning and just thinking that looks really nice, that looks really pleasing on the eye. It just looks like an absolute state. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with that and I'll tidy it and organise. I've just found Christmas mugs that were still in there, so we've took those out. And yeah, I'm gonna make it look a lot better. So this is the before. Let's get a close up of what it's looking like before, and hopefully after it will look like a whole new cupboard. How much better does that look? I've just had a clear out of this bottom shelf. It was just full of stuff that we didn't need anymore, so I've either moved it to a different cupboard or thrown it away. So we've got our little travel cups, which, can I just say, I'm obsessed with. Like, if you love your iced coffee and I don't know, you maybe want to cut down on buying them, or you just want like a travel mug. I know obviously it's best to get a reusable one, but I never have found one that's like a good size for an iced coffee. All of mine are absolutely huge, so it feels it always just feels wrong putting iced coffee in any of mine, but they're just the perfect size, and I feel like I'm working in a coffee shop now and I can offer anyone a little takeaway coffee. Got my, obviously, jar of instant, and then behind here we've got the Mrs. Potts. I've just put the marshmallows that were in that plastic bag in these jars. We had like half a pot of hot chocolate powder, so I've just emptied that into a jar as well. These like decaf tea bags, herbal tea. Got the cute little syrup pumps that need filling up, so maybe we can go out this week and go and get some syrup to top those up, because that is bothering me. And then we've just rearranged and organised this shelf. They're all the same glasses and mugs that were in here, they're just kind of arranged now, so we're looking a lot more organised, and I feel so much better now. That just looks professional. I feel like I'm a little barista now. It is now the next morning. It is, what's the time? 10:10. I've had a bit of a productive morning again this morning. I feel like I'm really getting on it in these mornings. I feel like I'm so ready for it. But I actually managed to drag myself to the gym for the first time in months, and I think I've said on here that I just wasn't liking the gym. It wasn't for me anymore. Obviously I've gotten into my reformed Pilates. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I'm absolutely loving that form of exercise. Like, I genuinely love it so much. I really look forward to my classes every single week, and like, it's just the only exercise that I've hand on heart genuinely enjoyed and look forward to. I've always exercised like at the gym and stuff, and I don't hate the gym. I just sort of got into a bit of a rut with it, and I felt like I was doing the same things all the time and not really progressing, so I just kind of fell out of love with it. But last night, me and Sam were doing some holiday planning, and there's been a huge holiday in the works for such a long time. We've not booked anything yet, but it's like our absolute dream holiday, and we're like just in the final stages of organising it. I'm not going to say too much about it just yet. I'll tell you obviously when it's all booked and finalised, but this holiday includes a lot of walking, like a lot of walking. Like, we're going to be so busy every single day. So I really want my fitness levels to be up for this holiday, so I can like really enjoy it, and we can walk for miles and miles and not feel out of breath and tired, which at the moment I feel like I'm at that point where I just can't walk very far and my fitness is just at an all-time low. So I've made the decision to start going back to the gym. I'm not going to be like lifting any heavy weights or anything like I was doing, but I'm just going to be focusing on like my fitness, cardio. So this morning I did 50 minutes, a 50-minute incline walk on the treadmill, and I feel so much better. I feel so much better for doing it. So that's like one of my New Year's little resolutions that I'm trying to stick to as well this year. I literally just get my big water bottle, I put a YouTube video on, and I just kind of like try and lose myself and just forget that I'm even doing exercise and that I'm in the gym. I just kind of like get lost in what I'm watching. And that's kind of how I get myself there. Like, even when it's dark, like this morning it was still dark outside, it was raining, I was like, the last place I want to be in is at the gym. But I find that if I just have a nice video to watch, I've got my little water bottle, I'm in like a little world of my own, I can just get some steps done and I feel so much better for it. So yeah, proud of myself for doing that. Dropped some parcels off back at the shop, and now I'm just going to do my skincare, get a shower, and then this morning we are going to make the 2024 vision board, and I'm so excited to do that with you. Okay, so we've made it downstairs. I've got my laptop, we're sitting at the kitchen table. We're going to take this seriously because I absolutely love doing this. It's literally the best start to a new year. So if you've never done one of these before, or if you have done them and you, I don't know, you're just curious about how I do them, I'm going to go through like my little mini process that I do it in, and I've kind of picked up ideas from other people, and I've just kind of like found a way that works for me to do this over the last few years that I've been doing it. So the thing with it is you always want it to be achievable. Like, I've done these before where they are just ridiculous. I haven't included like actionable small steps. I've just put things on here and thought, oh, I hope that happens, and then just left it and thought that it was going to miraculously come to life without taking the steps needed to get there, if that makes sense. So this isn't like a magic board. You don't just put things on here like pretty pictures of like huge things and just forget about it and hope that it comes true. Like, that's not the point of a vision board. It's all just about visioning where you want to be and like the small little daily habits and tasks that we can do to eventually get there, if that makes sense. So yeah, how I start mine is I'll get like a notes tab. Obviously you can do this, like sometimes I like to sit and write this, but I'm just going to do this on my laptop today. but I kind of break down my goals. So I write my goals down before I start looking too much on Pinterest and stuff like that. I have drafted a few ideas, to be fair, before I've done my written goals this year, but I break them down into these sections. So if you want to screenshot those, if you want any info on making your vision board. So I do them into personal development, relationships, business and career, finances, attitude and mindset, and health. Some of these will like cross-reference. So like, say for example, personal development, I try and look at like hobbies and stuff like that I can do. But it's also like obviously fitness and stuff like that, but they can kind of go into two of the same sections, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to share some of mine. Obviously some of these are going to be personal, like my finance and stuff like that. But for example, on the relationships one, I'm going to put for me and Sam to have at least one date day or date night a week. We find that we get stuck in a bit of a rut, and because we live together and we spend so much time together, we don't often like separate quality time, and that's something that I really want to work on this year, and you know, set time aside specifically to have like a date day or a date night, even if it's literally just going out for a walk on the weekend. So yeah, that's going to go in the relationships. Another one is I want to visit my grandparents more, so when I'm down south visiting my family. But the thing with this is as well, I'm trying to do it in measurable steps. So just putting something vague, like obviously a date night, have more date nights, I need to set an amount. So I'm going to put one date night and one date day a week, so that we can measure it, and if you can measure success then you can tick these goals off. And then like personal development, it could be to like read a book every month for the year. It's just all about making sure, and I don't want to come across like I'm some kind of expert, this is just what works for me, and this is how I can measure it and make sure that I'm keeping accountable and actually sticking to these goals, rather than just making like a pretty little vision board, setting it as my lock screen and then just forgetting about it. It's a way of like keeping track and making sure that you're on track for the rest of the year, if that makes sense. Because I've done it before where I've made a vision board, thought it looked really cute, set it as my screensaver, and then it came towards the end of the year, I was looking back and I was thinking like, I've not done any of these things, I've not even like tried to do any of these things because they just seemed so out of reach and so impossible. So I think like small actionable tasks that you can do every day to help you reach a bigger goal is the way to do this. So it doesn't even have to be huge things. Like for me, another personal development one that I'm going to put on here is keeping my makeup bag and skincare trolley organised and clean, because I'm quite embarrassed of my makeup bag, and like my toiletries and stuff like that is an absolute mess. Like I'm actually embarrassed to show them. So little things like that is just, you can keep track of it, can't you? So I'm going to sit and do this. I'm going to jot down some of my ideas for the other like topics. I'm going to put like numbers down for the finances. Like if you've got like a savings goal that you want to reach this year, put the figure down, whether it's like £300, whatever, you need to put a figure down, because then you can like break it down and see how much you need to save every week or every month. And then at the end of the year you can say, have I made £300, have I saved £300 or not? Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to sit and do this, and then we can have a little scroll on Pinterest. I have got some pins already saved, but that is the next step I take. It's like visual pictures and things like that, so that you can look at them and make a nice, pretty little screensaver. I'm going to do a lock screen this year as well, so I can have it on my phone too. I don't mind if you stay by my side. Okay, so this is a little glimpse into my 2024 Pinterest board that I've created. I always use Pinterest to get my images for my vision board, because you just get so much inspiration. If you search one thing, literally loads of things will come up, and the images on there I just think are perfect for a vision board. So Pinterest is definitely the way forward, and you can obviously create your boards and like organise the categories if you want to. It's just a really good way of getting an initial collection of images, I think. So a couple of the first ones, I found some really like aesthetic little makeup bags, toiletry storage, that kind of thing. Such a simple little goal. Like that might sound really stupid to some people, but for me it's a habit that I really want to break. So having that visual like representation of where I want to be next year or the end of this year is really important. And then every single vision board that I make, I put quotes on there, because they just keep me so motivated. And if I'm having like a down day or whatever, and I open my laptop or my phone and I read a quote that just like spurs me on, it motivates me, it reminds me of why we get up and why we work so hard and what we're working for. Little things like this as well, I find really nice to have that like visual representation on your vision board. Got a lot of like travel images because we want to get some holidays done this year, and also these images are so important in your vision board. You want to look at it and feel like you're in the moment. You want to feel like you are living in this picture. So pictures where it's like a perspective, so say here she's like sat working in a coffee shop, you want these type of images where you are in the image, it's from your perspective. Like again, this one, that could be my arm holding that camera, do you know what I mean? So pictures where you're like living in it are really important as well. I've got some things here for like hobbies that I want to start up again, so I want to get into painting again, some more clean and organised makeup bags. I've left out a few on here obviously that are more personal, like my finance goals and business goals and things like that, but this is just sort of like an idea to give you some inspo if you're thinking about what things to put on your vision board. But if you don't have any ideas, obviously if you've written them down like I have beforehand on a notes and you've broke it down into different categories, you'll know a bit more of what to search manually. But even if you search like 2024 vision boards, it will bring up little quotes and things like this that you can just add into yours if you want to. You can actually make collages on Pinterest as well. So at the bottom here, if you go on to create, you can create a collage where you can like add your photos in. So let's say we went on here and we wanted to use this one. It will cut it out and then you can add it and you can make it bigger, make it smaller. I might actually use that to make my phone one because it's the right size. But yeah, I'm gonna get on with that now. Before I go in and add like my financial and my business goals and stuff like that I'm not going to show, I just wanted to show you the progress of my little Pinterest collage. This is honestly the best way to do it. I've never used this before, but it's so easy to use. You can literally cut things out as I showed you, but then you can layer them. So if you click and hold, can you see there, you can like put things underneath each other, and it's just such an easy and quick way to make collages. I've spent so much of my time like manually cutting things out through like uni and stuff when I was doing mood boards on Photoshop and whatever, and this is honestly the quickest, most easiest way to do it. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with that now, but I love the way it looks so far. You were my biggest fear, and then you watched me run out. I've just walked over, if you can hear her huffing and puffing in the background, that's what that is. But got the fruit out and I'm going to make myself a smoothie bowl because I've been going on about it for 2 days straight now and haven't made one. So I think it's time that we test out the new blender, which I'm really excited about. I've just got a bit of everything. I'm doing like a mixed berry one. I've got strawberries, raspberries, blueberries and bananas. I'm not going to follow a recipe. I know I was going on about recipes yesterday, but I'm just going to make up my own concoction for this one, I think. I just chopped up some banana yesterday and froze it, so that's frozen banana that's going to go in there. But yeah, I'm just going to do like a mini one. I'm not really hungry. I don't know if I'm coming down with like an illness or something, but I just don't feel great. Me and Sam have both said it, so I don't know if we were like on the verge of getting a bug or something. I really wanted to try the blender out, so I'm just going to do a small one. I'm going to do some strawberries, some raspberries, and some blueberries. And then I think I might add some Greek yogurt in there to like thicken it up a bit. So I think I'm just going to use a couple of tablespoons of Greek yogurt in there. 1, 2, maybe 3 actually. Do 3. And then I feel like I need a bit of liquid in there, so I think I'm just going to put a splash of milk in. There we go. Put this back on. we've got the different settings on the blender. I'm going to go for max blend, I think. Okay, that's how we're looking inside. The consistency of that is literally perfect. It's like really whippy, it's like ice cream. The sun is beaming in here, so I don't know. It's really nice actually. It's really nice feeling the sun on my face, but I don't know what the lighting's like for you. But got the smoothie bowl. I'll show you it's finished. It's looking aesthetic. I feel like the top's missing something, which is probably fruit, to be honest with you, but this is perfect for me. The consistency is so good. That blender is literally 10 out of 10. I can't wait to make so many things in it. I actually want to try and make an ice cream. I'm gonna like freeze some cream and stuff like that and make some ice cream. There's a bit of a contrast to the smoothie bowl, but I'm gonna give it a try now. It looks so good. I like that it's like thicker than a smoothie and it's like slushy. It's actually really good. Perfect consistency. I'm looking forward to making one that's like peanut buttery with like my protein powder and banana and maybe like peanut butter or something. But I'm gonna sit now, do a bit of work, eat my smoothie bowl and edit this video and get it up so that we can start January together. But I really hope you've enjoyed spending these few days with me. So thank you as always for being here. A huge happy new year to you, and I will see you in the next video.